Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So today we progress to business calculus. So business calculus, we are still dealing with differentiation. So business calculus is the application of calculus using the business through the business world. So we know we are living in a business world. So you have to calculus. We can apply calculus in the business world. So that's why we have moved to business calculus. So under business calculus, we're going to do total cost function. So we know that from microeconomics, we learn total cost, average cost, and marginal cost. So, what is total cost? So, total cost is the cost required to produce X units of a product. So, in short, it is the total cost plus the variable cost. That's the formula of total cost. So, total cost is equal to fixed cost plus variable cost. So, we know that fixed cost is the cost which is unchangeable, it is fixed, doesn't change. Then for variable cost is the cost which changes with change in quantity. Yeah. Then from total cost, we also have what is known as average cost. So average cost is the total cost for producing 1 unit of a product divided by the quantity. So it is total cost over the quantity. Then we also have the marginal cost. So marginal cost is the differentiation of total cost. So if you differentiate total cost, you have what? Marginal cost. Yeah. Then from this formula, which is for average cost here, so you know that average cost is equal to total cost over quantity. So it means we can get the total cost function out of this one. So for total cost is equal to average cost times quantity. Yeah. This is the other formula for total cost, average cost times quantity. So let's move on to an example so that you understand what we are talking about here. So the example is saying, given the average cost function AC is equal to 1 over 10Q plus 3 over Q. So this is the average cost function, which is 1 over 10Q plus 3 over Q. Then the question is here saying, what is the total cost function? What is the total cost function? Then B is saying, what is the marginal cost function? Then our C is saying, calculate the rate of change for cost when 4 units of products are produced. So let's go to the solutions. So for A, so let's first start. The average cost is equal to 1 over 10Q plus 3 over Q. Then you have been told to find the total cost. So total cost is equal to, so we know that total cost is equal to what? Average cost times quantity. From this expression which is here, total cost is equal to average cost times quantity. So let's see. So total cost is equal to, so the average cost is this function, which is 1 over 10Q plus 3 over Q multiplied by quantity, so which is our quantity is Q. So 1 over 10Q multiplied by Q gives us 1 over 10Q squared plus 3 over Q times Q. So it is 3 times, which is 3Q over Q. So you just have the 3 here. As simple as that. Then we move on to B. So a B is saying, what is the marginal cost function? So marginal cost function. So from the formula here above, we have that marginal cost is equal to differentiation of total cost. So if we differentiate total cost, we're going to have what? The marginal cost. So let's do example B. So marginal cost is equal to the total cost over quantity. So let's differentiate this function. So if we differentiate this function, so this is what? 1 over 10Q squared. In short, it's the same as Q squared over 10. So since we are differentiating Q, so if we differentiate Q to be 2Q, to be 2Q over 10, to be 2Q, this 2 here, you multiply it with what? With q. Then you on the powers here, it is 2 minus 1, so you're going to have 1, so therefore it will be 2q over 10. Then this is what? A constant. So if you differentiate a constant, you're going to have a 0 here, because this is the same as 3q to the power 0. Since the power is 0, so it will be 0 times 3, which gives you a 0. So it will be, you're just going to remain with 2q over 10. So from where this 2 can go into 10, so it will be 1 over what? 5q. Simple as that. So this is the, the formula for the what? Marginal cost. Yeah. Then we move on to C. So C is saying calculate the rate of change for costs when 4 units of products are produced. So when you produce 4 units of the product, what is the rate of change of the cost? Yeah. So to find the rate of change, we're going to use the formula for marginal cost. So we know that our marginal cost is equal to 1 over what? 5q. Then we know that we have been given to say q is equal to what? To 4. So marginal cost is equal to 1 over 5 here 4, which is equal to 4 over 5. Therefore, this is the rate of change of cost. So the rate of change of cost is what? 4 over 5. As simple as that. Right, so we move on to minimizing total cost. So we have how can you minimize your cost? You are producing, you are costing, you are like you are spending too much money. So how can you reduce that cost? How can you minimize that cost? So there we have a few steps to follow. So our step one is saying find the what? Marginal cost and the differentiation of marginal cost. So you have to find marginal cost and differentiation of marginal cost. Then step 2 is saying let marginal cost of q equal to 0. So from our previous lessons we did, you need to set the difference. When you face differentiation, you want to equate it to 0, so that you then when you equate it to 0, you have to what? Solve for q. So suppose q is equal to a and a is greater than 0, has to be positive. So the value of q has to be what? To be positive for it to minimize the cost. Then for the number 3, if the mc over q, the q of q is greater than 0, then q is equal to a is the quantity of level of production which minimizes the cost. So for the cost to minimize, the differentiation of mc should be what? Greater than 0 for us to have the minimum cost. So let's go to the example so that you understand what we are talking about here. So example is saying if total cost is equal to 0.1 q squared plus 5q plus 100 is the cost function. Obtain the average cost function. So let's go to solutions. So we know to say average cost is equal to what? Total cost over q. This is the formula from what we did the previous lesson. So average cost is equal to total cost over q. So average cost is equal to, so the total cost function is the one above here, so it is 0.01 q squared plus 5q plus 100 over our quantity is q. So you're dividing by q. So this q into this one, you're going to remain with 1q. So it will be 0.01 q plus q here to be 5, because this q and this q cancels, plus 100 over q. As simple as that. So this is the average cost function. Then we move on to example 2. So the example is saying determine the production level q which minimizes the average cost. So how can you go about this one? So for this one, you have to do what? Find the differentiation of this one, the differentiation of average cost. Yeah. So you have to differentiate average cost. So you have to differentiate this one AC. So let's go back the question. So the question is saying determine the production level Q which minimizes the average cost. So for us to do that, you have to what? Differentiate this one. So base. So let's differentiate this one. So the AC over the Q is equal to, so if we differentiate this one, so it's 0.01 Q. If we differentiate it, so this one is the same as to the power 1, so 1 times this one to be 0.01. Then Q to be 1 minus 1 to just be 0, so to be Q to the power 0, which is 1 plus. So if we differentiate this 5, we're going to have what? 0, so we skip this part. Then we go to this part here. So 100 over Q is the same as 100 Q to the power negative 1, because if you have negative 1 to be 1 over Q, then multiplied by 100 to be 100 over Q. So this is the same as 100 Q to the power negative. This is what it means if it is over Q. So it is 100 Q to the power negative 1. So negative 1 times 100, you're going to have negative 100 Q. Then Q has to the power what? Negative 1. So negative 1 minus 1 to be negative 2. Yeah. Then we have to, again, since you are determining the level of production, so we have to do what? Use the second derivative. So we have to again differentiate this function. So to be the derivative of the AC over the Q over the Q here. So you have to find the derivative of this one, which is the second derivative. So if we differentiate this one, this is a constant, so you're going to have a 0. So then when you differentiate this one here, so negative 2 times negative, which is positive. So 2 times 100 to be 200 Q to the power negative what? 3, because it will be 2 minus 1, which is negative 3. Yeah. So this is our fraction. So you can further do it like we take it back into the fraction form. So it will be 200 over Q to the power 3. So this is the production function that will what? Minimize the average cost. So this is the function which will what? Minimize the average cost. Then let's move on to example 3. So our C is saying what is the minimum value for the average cost. So the minimum value of this average cost, we need to say for to find the minimum value. So the SC over the Q must be equal to what? To 0. So this function must be equal to 0. So it will be 0.01 is equal to 0.01 minus 100 over Q squared is equal to what? To 0. So this 0.01 can cross over to the other side, so it will be, okay, let's cross this one to the other side so that this thing will make this negative. So it will be 0.01 is equal to 100 over Q squared here over 1. So we can cross multiply here, so it will be 0.01 Q squared is equal to 100. So you can divide by 0.01 here, even here over 0.01. So Q squared is equal to 10,000. So then since this one is squared, you can find the root of this one, the root of this one, so to get rid of this squared. So to be Q is equal to, so the root of this one is what? 100. So the value of Q is what? 100. So what do we do here? So let's go to the second derivative function. So we know that our second derivative function is this one here, which is the AC over dq over dq is equal to 200 over q to the power 3. So this is the second derivative function. So the 2ac over dq squared is equal to 200 over q cubic. So we know that our value of q is what? 100. So it will be 200 over 100 cubic. So we have to what? to find 100 to the power 3. So 100 to the power 3 is 100 times 100 times what? Times 100. Then you need to say 100 times 100 gave us what? This figure here, which is 10,000 here, right? So I have to multiply 10,000 times 100. So this one has how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. And it has how many zeros? 1, 2. So it means you're going to have 6 zeros. So it will be is equal to 200 over 1, 0, 0, 0. Again, 0, 0, 0. So if you divide these two, you're going to have, so these two zeros, they will cancel. So you're going to have 2 over 10,000 here. So if we divide 2 divided by 10,000, we're going to have 0.0002. So therefore, this is the production, which the level of production which you want to minimize the average cost. So for us to minimize the average cost, you have to have 0.0002 as the answer. So from doing what? Total cost. So now let's move on to total revenue. So what's the revenue function? So let's go by definition. So the total revenue is equal to price times quantity. So the formula for total revenue is price multiplied by quantity, which is in short it is P times Q, which is price times quantity. Then from price times quantity, we can also have the average cost function. So the average revenue function. So average revenue, by definition, average revenue is the revenue received from selling 1 unit. From selling 1 unit, 1 more units in short. Yeah. So the formula for average revenue is TR over Q. That's the formula for average revenue. Then we also have marginal revenue. So marginal revenue is the differentiation of total revenue. So marginal revenue is the rate of change of total revenue. The rate of change of total revenue. So by formula, marginal revenue is equal to differentiation of total revenue. Yeah, that's the marginal revenue. So let's look at the example. The demand function of a product is given by P is equal to negative 200Q plus 500. Then the question is, what is the total revenue function? What is the total revenue function? So let's go to solutions. So total revenue. So total revenue is equal to, so from above here we have the formula to say total revenue is price times quantity. So total revenue is price times quantity. So what is our price? So our price, we have the price what function here, which is negative 200Q plus 500. So multiplied by what? By quantity, which is Q. So negative 200Q times Q will be negative 200Q squared plus 500Q. So this is our total revenue function. Then we move on to B. So B is saying determine the marginal total revenue function. So we are looking for the marginal revenue. So from above here, we know that marginal revenue is equal to the total revenue over the Q. So we have to differentiate total revenue to find the marginal revenue. So we have our total revenue function, which is here. So we have to differentiate this function to find the marginal revenue. So marginal revenue is equal to the total revenue over the Q. So marginal revenue is equal to, so if we differentiate this one, so negative 200Q squared, if we differentiate this one, so it will be 2 times negative 200, which will give us negative 400Q. So it will be 2 minus 1, which gives us 1. So here the power will just be a 1 here plus differentiation of 500 q. So if we differentiate 500 q, so to be, this q is as to the power 1, so to be 1 minus 1, which gives us a 0. 1 times 500, which is to be 500, so plus 500. So this is simply our marginal revenue function. So now let's move on to our next element, which is maximizing the revenue function. So how can we maximize the revenue function? So let's look at an example. So the demand function of a product is given by P is equal to 880 minus Q over 4. Then the question is saying, hey, determine the quantity which maximizes the total revenue. Determine the quantity that maximizes the total revenue. So let's go to the solutions. So from here, we only have what? The function you have is the function for the price. We only have the price function, so we have to find what first and foremost. We have to find the total revenue. So we know that total revenue is equal to price times quantity. So our price is 80 minus Q over 4. So you multiply it by the quantity. So we are going to have 80Q minus Q squared over 4. So from here, we can divide throughout by 4. So if 4 into 8 gives us 20Q minus, this will be 1 over 4Q squared. So this is our total revenue function. So from the total revenue function, we know that we can find the marginal revenue. So well, let's find the marginal revenue. So marginal revenue is equal to, so to find the marginal revenue, you have to differentiate the total revenue. So if we differentiate 20q, we are going to remain with what? 20, because this q will be eliminated, minus 1 over 4q squared. So this will be, since this is the same as q squared over 4, so we have to be 2 times 2, to be 2q. Then q is 2 to the power 2, q to the power 2 minus 1. So we are going to remain with 1, so it will be 2q to the power 1 over what? Over 4. So this 2 and this 4 can cancel. So we're going to have 20 minus 1 over 4q as our marginal revenue. Oh, sorry, over 2 as our marginal revenue. So from here now, we can do what? Find the value of what? The value of q. So we know that marginal revenue is equal to what? To 0. So it will be 20 minus 1 over 2q is equal to 0. So from here it will be 20 is equal to, so this one can cross over so that it becomes positive. So 1 over 2q. So you have a function, you have a fraction here, so it will be 2 times 20, so it will be q is equal to 40. So this is the value of q that will maximize our production. Yeah. Then from here we can do find the second derivative of marginal revenue. So we are going to have the 2 total revenue over the q squared, which will be equal to, so we have to differentiate total revenue once more. So from total revenue, you have 20 minus 1 over 2q. So if we differentiate this one, so if this 20 is a constant, if we differentiate the constant, we are going to have a 0. Then here, if we differentiate this one, since it is 1 over 2q, so q is to the power 1, so to be 1 multiplied by this, we're going to have 1. So this q will be eliminated, so we're going to have negative 1 over 2, so it will be negative 1 over 2. So therefore, this means, since this is negative, which means it is the maximum, because this one is less than 0. So for something to be maximum, it has to be what? Less than 0. So this one, it means this function is maximized already. Yeah. So from here, we are done with question A. So let's go to question B. So question B is saying, obtain the price which maximizes the total revenue. So we know that we have the price function, which is here. Price is equal to 80 minus q over 4. So our b is price is equal to 80 minus q over 4. Then from here, from the marginal revenue, found the value of q to be what? To be 40. So 40. So when you go back to this question, we have the value of q. So our q is equal to what? 40. So where there is q, we have 40. So P is equal to 80 minus, where there is Q, you place a 40 over 4. So price is equal to, so 80 minus 40 gives us 40 over 4. So our price is equal to 4 into 40 is 10. So therefore, this is our price, which was maximize our total revenue. Let's move on. Now that you have done total revenue and total cost, so let's move on to total profits function. Now we move to the total profit. So total profits function is obtained from the production of a single product. So in general, the formula for total profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. So we have an example here. Given the demand function for vehicle spare parts item as P is equal to 400 minus 2Q, and the average total cost is AC is equal to Q plus 160 plus 200 over Q, 2000 over Q, determine the total profits of total profits function. So let's go to the solutions. The solution. So first and foremost, let's see what you have been given here. So here you have been given as price. So you have been given two equations. So price is equal to 400 minus 2Q, and you've also been given AC, average cost, is equal to Q plus 160 plus 2000 over Q. So we should know that price will do with what? Total revenue. So this is, out of this you can find what the total revenue function. So we know that total revenue is equal to price times quantity. So our price is 400 minus 2Q multiplied by Q. So it will be 400Q minus 2Q squared. Then from the average cost, we can find what the total cost. So total cost is equal to average cost times Q. So we are going to have Q plus 160 plus 2000 over Q multiplied by quantity. So Q times Q, are going to have Q squared plus 160Q plus, so 2000 multiplied by Q to be 2000, Q divided by Q. So this Q and this Q, they will cancel. So we're going to have simply 2000 here. So this is our total cost function here. So we now have our total revenue and total cost. So we know that total price is equal to total revenue minus total cost. So we have the total revenue function, which is 400Q minus 2Q squared minus total cost. So it will be minus Q squared plus 160Q plus 2000. Sorry. So we're going to have 400Q minus 2Q squared. Negative times positive to be negative, Q squared, negative times positive, negative 160Q minus 2000. Yeah, 2000 there. So negative, this one you have squared and this one is squared. So negative 2Q squared minus Q squared is the same as 2 plus 1. So we're going to have negative 3Q squared. Then this is 400Q minus 160Q. 400Q minus 160Q. So we're going to have positive 240Q. So then this is the only one which doesn't have a Q. This side doesn't have any other number. Minus 2 thousands. So as simple as that, this is our total profit function.